the production didn't match the draft position, or at least what the hope or expectations would be for that. And sometimes that happens, but when it does happen, then the whispers start. What was going on with you at that point that the focus wasn't there, that the effort and the things that people would expect from a number 3 overall draft pick, why wasn't it there?
My life outside of ball wasn't balanced. It wasn't what it needed to be to match all of that stuff. And I struggled, dude. I struggled coming in. I struggled with understanding the plays and the playbook. I was doing something completely different than I did in college, right? So it's hard to learn defensive line in the NFL. I'm taking double teams. I wasn't taking double teams in college. I'm learning the game all over. And like I said, shout out to Big Starks and those dudes I was playing with, because they seen it. They realized, they players. They knew, like, they got this dude doing something as far as football, like he don't even know what the hell is going on, So they helped me with that. And then my life, when I left the facility, it didn't help because I'm out partying. I'm enjoying the money that I have, and I'm just putting myself behind the A ball. I'm hurt. Sometimes I'm missing my rehabs. So that's not helping. Dude, I just wasn't. I didn't have my life in order to have all of that stuff match up.
Yeah, that's some real shit right there, man. You know what I mean? Real talk. I mean, hell, Big Seth. I know. I burn it a lot on both ends myself, man. And sometimes I don't know how I pulled it off, man. But that's and the biggest thing you said right there, Dion. And I was blessed that I wasn't hurt early, whereas I was away from the facility, man. Being away from the facility, that's a lonely feeling, man.
Dude,
you're all by yourself, man. You're on an island by yourself, man. And I know that had to be tough on you.
It was, and I did, like I said, the way I handled things didn't help. You feel me? I'm able to look back now and, like, what I've been doing now is finding grace for myself, because what you don't know, you don't know. If I would have if I would have knew now, I would have did something different, right?
Right.
I move forward, but like all of those things, you feel me, was just something that I think I had to go through. I had to take it on the chin, realize, like, I did that, ain't nobody else's fault. And look, I watch these kids now and I realize, what, like, I was messing up. You hanging around big dogs trying to do big dog things, and that's not who you are, bruh. Like, you just showed up to Miami, like I said, I'm around these OGs, and so, like, I can't, I wasn't supposed to be trying to keep up. That's not what I should have been doing. I should have been focusing on getting my physical, like my body right, and the playbooks, the minute things that was gonna help me, play good and extend my career and things like that. But I burned the candle on both ends, like you said, and it caught up to me.
Well, I say this all the time, that we're not robots, man. We're human. We actually are human, man. And like I talked about, the being away from the facility at times and things like that. But it's also a young guy, you said it yourself, with money in his pocket in South Florida, South Beach. Man, that's a hell of an allure, man. I tell you, that's
dog. I just left.
In general, is tough.
I just left Eugene, Oregon, dude. Look, you talking about polar opposites. Look, I was trying to get out the house, and Eugene, you like in the house all the time. Out there, I'm like, nah, I'm out, and I look back and it was some things that I did, that I regret. But like I said, I try to give myself grace, and I move on, I move forward. I have some fun, some stuff that I don't want to take back. I enjoy it, but I take my lumps and move forward. Like, yeah.